Hey, how's it going? Reagan Ram here with OrpheusAudioAcademy.com, helping you make better music and grow your fan base online. And I hope you had an awesome Thanksgiving if you're in the US. Otherwise, happy Black Friday. In this video, this live stream, we're going to be talking about all the amazing plugin deals that are out there right now, and also just going through whether or not you even should be buying plugins at this time, or if you are going to buy plugins, when is it the right time and what plugins should you get first. So that's all we're covering today. Also going to have a Q&A section at the end, so stick to the end if you have any questions you want to ask. First off, I should probably ask and make sure everyone can hear me okay. Let me check the comments real quick. This is my first live stream here on the channel, so also let me know if you like this format, if I should be doing more live streams or not. So hopefully you can hear me all right. I can actually check. Let me check for myself. Yep, I can hear myself. All right, cool. I got one comment. I can hear you well. Awesome. All right. So real quick, some interesting things going on right now. My wife is actually should be going into labor any day now, so we're gonna have baby number 3 pretty soon here, so that's pretty exciting. And it's also my birthday today, so that's cool. So if you want to say happy birthday, you can do that. Okay, we got audio and visual. Good, awesome. All right, so getting started then, first thing I want to say is I have a free guide I want to give you guys. I've actually created this a while ago, but not a lot of you have downloaded it yet, and that is my music theory cheat sheet. I'm going to share my screen real quick so you can see what this looks like. So it's my music theory cheat sheet. I actually made this with my wife, since she knows music theory and I don't, so this is actually helpful for me too. And then also just going through, giving you some tips as a producer, how you can utilize music theory to make better production. So this is kind of, as you can see, giving you a basic breakdown of some music theory and how you can go about creating chords quickly. You can see how to create any major chord, how to create any minor chord, how to easily create interesting chords. So different music theory hacks in here. How to figure out notes in any scale, how to easily create interesting chords, and so on. And then we also have all the scales listed in here. So all the major scales, so you can see what the notes are in every single scale, and same thing with the minors as well. So if you're ever working on a song and you're in a certain scale and you forget what are all the notes in that scale, you can use this cheat sheet to help you out there. So if you want to get this, like I said, it is completely free. You can just go to OrpheusAudioAcademy.com/theory cheat sheet to grab that free guide. All right, so hopefully that is helpful for you. Now, as I go through all these the plugin suggestions, all these plugin deals, I just want to say, just a quick disclaimer that I'm going to be recommending what are affiliate links for these different deals. So that means I'll earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. But you don't have to use these links at all if you don't want to. It's just a way to help support the channel if you do decide to pick up a plugin to go through one of my links. Also, like I said, it is my birthday, so if you want to get me a birthday present, buy yourself a plugin through one of my links, and that would be appreciated. All right, let's dive right in then to all the different deals. So first off, we have my Spotify course is actually on sale right now. So this is my Spotify Acceleration System course, and this will walk you through the blueprint for how you can go about making your first $1,000 a month from Spotify streams. And so I have the link to that. I'm in that little ticker scrolling below. It's 40% off right now. I'll share my screen here. So here's the course right here. This is the page that kind of walks through what is all included in this course and what it's going to teach you. So it's going to show you how to claim your Spotify profile, how to submit your songs to Spotify's editorial playlist, how to get on the most powerful type of playlists, the type that can actually help you to hack the Spotify algorithm, how to develop a network of playlisters who are actually happy to add and promote all of your future releases. This is really powerful because you can build up a network of playlists that every time you have a new song that comes out, you can say, hey, here's my new song. Would you consider adding it to your playlist? So every new song you release is going to immediately get a bunch of traction right away. And that's what can really hack the Spotify algorithm, really trigger the algorithm, because Spotify looks at how many streams you're getting in a short period of time. And if you're getting a bunch in a short period of time, then they're going to show your music to more people. So it's also going to go through how you can master Spotify for artists, how to understand how Spotify really works, including the 3 different types of playlists, how to properly release new music to Spotify in detail, and how to grow your own playlist so you can even grow even faster. So here's the modules. It kind of breaks through what everything teaches in this course. And then here you can see you can get it. There's 2 different tiers. The first tier, Padawan, that is just the full system. That's all you get, just the Spotify system. Everything this talks about on this page. You get that complete system here, lifetime access, and you also get scripts and checklists and trackers. If you want to get the night version, just comes up with a bunch of extra bonuses, some bonus trainings if you want to go even further faster. So as you can see, 40% off right now. And so you can enroll here if you want to. And again, this page is orpheusaudioacademy.com/Spotify. All right, gotta exit out of here. Now, the next thing I want to show you is Baby Audio. Baby Audio has some really awesome sales right now. Just close some of these pages. And you can also get an additional 10% off of Baby Audio products by using my code OAA in checkout. And I've done a lot of reviews on my channel, different Baby Audio plugins, so I'm not sure if you're familiar with them or not. But they have a lot of cool plugins for creating everything from like vintage 80s synthwave style music to really modern kind of futuristic style productions. So they've got a lot of cool tools here. One I especially like is their latest plugin here called Tape. And this helps you add tape saturation to your productions. Again, really great if you're creating synthwave or more vintage style of music. Also, it's great for modern music too, if you want to help glue together your tracks. So they have up to 44% off, but again, you can get an extra discount too by using my code OAA at checkout. So they have a lot of great plugins here, and this is a great deal you can take advantage of right now. Let's see. Another one is UJam. Let me just change the banner here. Yeah, and all these links are in the description below as well. So UJam has a really awesome Black Friday sale going on right now. I forget what they said. What the discounts are up to. So you can see some of their latest, you can see all their tools here. If you're making synthwave music, this is probably one of the best plugins you can get is Vice. And let's see, what is this discounted at? Yeah, if you want to get this too through my link, right now it's only $34. I think normally it's like $70. So this is basically 50% off. So that's a really awesome deal. So if you want to get this to make 80s style or synthwave drums, you can get this 50% off right now going through my link here, orpheusaudioacademy.com/UJam, or you can just go straight to their site, like I said. But they got tons of other amazing instruments and tools here as well. I've done a lot of reviews of their different plugins. What's really unique about them are their finisher tools. And so these are kind of what these are kind of all-in-one processing tools. So there's just a few knobs, you throw it on a track, and then it does a whole bunch of processing under the hood. So these are designed to help you basically mix your tracks or create interesting effects very quickly without spending, hours of time putting together several different plugins or going through all these different presets. So these are really cool tools. I really like their finisher tools. I've reviewed Flux, Retro, and Dynamo so far, and as you can see, they're normally $100, but you can get a couple of them 50% off, and also Dynamo at a discount as well. And of course, they have a bundle and save option, so you can get their full bundle. It's all their plugins, which they have a ton. for about half off here. And then also their finisher bundle, you can get discounted as well. So UJM has some really cool tools. If you're thinking of picking them up, they are on sale right now. So definitely take advantage of that. All right. Next, we have Waves. Now, their Waves website has been like slow or down for me right now. So I'm not sure if this is actually going to load. It's probably because they're getting way too much traffic to their site with it being Black Friday. So I don't know if I'm going to get this to load. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's loading right now, but you can always go to Waves. You probably know about Waves. They have a bunch of great plugins. They actually have a free plugin you can get today. Again, if you can get their site to load, I don't know if it's working for you. It's not working for me. I tried to get it earlier today and it wasn't working. So hopefully they get their site issues worked out. So since that's not working, I guess we'll move on. So another great deal going on right now is for IK Multimedia's T-Racks. And not a lot of people know about IK Multimedia, but they create a lot of awesome plugins emulating vintage gear. So maybe you can think of like Waves plugins as being more modern. Generally, most of their plugins, I guess, have a more modern sound, but the IK Multimedia plugins have a more vintage sound. So if you're wanting to go back to older gear and get, maybe you're making like classic rock, or again, if you're making synthwave or just 80s style music in general, then they have a lot of great plugins here. For example, a Dynamo emulates the Manly Slam, which is a compressor limiter tool that we use frequently at the commercial studio where I learn music production. We use this on every single vocal. It's normally thousands and thousands of dollars if you get the hardware, but here you can get the plugin form right now. And you can get all these plugins. They have a ton of plugins here for just $400 or just $150 right now. So that's their T-Racks 5 Max bundle for just $150. So that's a pretty awesome deal. So half off. They have a lot of other cool plugins here. The one right here is really great too if you're wanting to master your tracks very quickly. It's an all-in-one mastering tool. Generally, all-in-one tools aren't great, especially when it comes to mastering. It's better if you know what you're doing and you're using individual tools. But if you're new to mastering and you just want to get a quick curve on something, or just you don't want to mess it up if you don't know what you're doing, this is a really great tool as well, because it really sounds really great and it helps you create the mastering curve and get things up to the commercial volume level that you're looking for. They also have a nice saturation plugin here. Mic Room is another cool one because you can basically swap out your current mic for a more expensive mic with this Mic Room tool. So that's pretty cool. So for example, you can see here in this picture, it has dynamic 58. So I'd be like emulating a Shure SM58 mic, and then you can swap it out for this expensive condenser microphone. So it's meant to kind of take the character of your microphone and then make it match the character of a more expensive microphone. So that's pretty cool. As you can see, they got a whole bunch of different things in here. So EQs, compressors, all emulating vintage gear. So this is another great deal you can take advantage of. And then next we have Centronic. So this is another IK multimedia tool here. And this is really cool because it has a bunch of vintage synthesizer emulations all in one here. And they recently just upgraded it. So it's now Centronic 2, which gives you a whole bunch more customization options. And that was my one critique of Centronic before, was it didn't give you a ton of ability to tweak your sounds. But here you can see you can fine tune things very well here, from filters to envelopes and so on, oscillators. And then also add a whole bunch of more synthesizers. So you can see all these synthesizers are now included. So let's see all new gear here. Actually, let's go to synths. You can see all the synths in this collection. So this is great if you're wanting to make you want to use analog synthesizers in your work, in your music, but you don't want to have to buy the actual physical analog synthesizers. Those are super expensive. So you can see you can buy these all individually if you want, or you can buy the full bundle for $150. So you can see all the different synthesizer emulations they have here, and they show you what they're seeking to emulate. So these are all the new ones. These are all the ones they originally had. So you can see this is our take on the Yamaha Sy99. This one emulates the Moog Taurus 1, 2, and 3. You can see you have the Roland Jupiter series. This is all the Roland Jupiter synths that are so famous. Also, the Juno 60 is in here. Alesis Andromeda. You have their what they call the M Poly, which emulates the Korg Monopoly and Poly 6. Those are also very popular in synthwave music, so the emulation of that. So you can see tons and tons of emulations here of classic synthesizers. So this is really your best value for all-in-one analog emulated synthesizer plugins. And so yeah, you can come here and get this at orpheusaudioacademy.com/Centronic if you want to go through my link. All right, so that is that. We got a comment here. Yeah, Wave site is down. Yeah, so hopefully they get that fixed soon here, because that new free plugin they had looked pretty cool. All right, next is iZotope. iZotope, you probably have heard of them. They have a lot of awesome tools that are very unique because they use a lot of AI and machine learning. I'm not sure if those are different things or the same things. But their tools are really cool because they basically are meant to kind of help you as you're going about mixing a lot of the times. And especially if you're maybe a beginner and aren't as familiar with what you're doing, it can be very helpful because it kind of gives you some guidelines for what you're doing. So rather than just going to the iZotope site, I'm using Plugin Boutique here because I like Plugin Boutique for a lot of reasons, but two main ones are, number one, a lot of times you can get plugin deals here for cheaper. You can get the plugins for cheaper than you would get by actually going to the company's website. So they have some extra bonus deals here sometimes. Also, you can see like all the different plugins from a lot of different companies all in one place here. So you don't get kind of carried away when you see, oh, this company is having a plugin deal, let me go buy their plugin. And then you kind of forget, like, well, there were these other plugins from this other company I wanted to get. So this kind of can help remind you, like, what do you want to get in the moment, right? Rather than just buying in the moment, what do you really want to get? And you can kind of be reminded on this site. So those are kind of two reasons I like Plugin Boutique. So here you can see all the different iZotope plugins here, all discounted. And then they have some bundles down here. So they have their mix and master bundle, their everything bundle. And so a lot of great plugins here. Probably my favorite, well, Ozone is a famous one. A lot of people use this. It's a mastering suite. So it has a whole bunch of mastering tools in one. And again, it has that machine learning. So you can have it listen to your track. And then based on what type of music you're creating, it can actually apply the effects to your track to help you get the mastering curve that you want. Of course, you'll want to tweak things from there, but it can really help save a lot of time for you. A lot of their tools do that for you. But probably my favorite tool is actually RX. And so this is really cool because it's really great for denoising, for removing any bad audio from your tracks. I have a tutorial actually on my YouTube channel breaking down how you can use RX to clean up your vocals. And so this is really great if you aren't recording in a great room or don't have the best mic, because you can easily remove all the background noise. If there's any pops or clips, you can easily take those out. And it's as easy as just like painting it out. You can go in. That's how like surgical it is. So it's a really great tool. If you want to pick that up, you can here, and you can see all the other deals they have as well. All right. Another great deal is Sound Toys. I don't actually have any Sound Toys plugins myself, but I've wanted to get them for a while. because I know a lot of artists that use them, including the Midnight, which is one of my favorite bands. That they use a lot of Soundtoys plugins. So you can see normally these are $500 for this whole bundle, but you can get all their plugins right now for just $229. You can see a couple of other producers here that love their tools. So you can see they got a lot of different tools. You can see all the different plugins here that come in the bundle. So a bunch of them here. So they've got saturation tools, echo and reverb, and so on. So if you are familiar with Soundtoys, and you've been thinking about getting their plugins, then now is the time to do that with them being on sale here. All right. Another company is Polyverse. They have some really cool multi-effects plugins. So if you're wanting to just use one plugin to create a bunch of cool effects, you can do that here. Again, all links to these are in the description below. So right now these are on sale for just $200. And so you can get these 4 different effects plugins. So you have Manipulator here, and these are all made in conjunction with Infected Mushroom, which is a production duo, I believe. And they made a plugin with Waves called Pusher, and that's actually one of my favorite Waves plugins for, it's a harmonic enhancer. It's one of my favorite Waves plugins. And so they made all these different plugins with Polyverse. They've got this reverb here. And this Manipulator one is one I'm most intrigued by. It's kind of like Waves vocal bender, so it creates different vocal transformations. So again, rather than having to use a whole bunch of different plugins and effects and a bunch of hours to try and create cool vocal manipulation, you can do that in just seconds with this one plugin here. And of course, you've got this also cool gatekeeper gating, create cool gating effects on your vocals or tracks of any kind. So there's some cool, unique plugins here. If you wanted to pick them up, they are on sale as well. All right. We have 3 more deals I wanted to show you. Excuse me. One is the Arturia collection. Again, this is kind of like Centronic. So you might want to maybe try them out for free if they have free trials. I'm not sure at this time if they do. See which one you like better. I don't believe this has as many synths. It might. I mean, you can see all the there's 28 different vintage synthesizer emulations included in here. And I know these are very, very well known and well regarded as far as analog synth emulation goes. I don't actually have this myself. It's something I've thought about getting, but since I have Centronic, I haven't felt the need to. But if this is something you've been thinking about getting, you can now get this for 50% off as well here. I'm at Plugin Boutique. And let's see, another one is RC20. This is a really unique saturation plugin I wanted to include here because, again, a lot of people that watch this channel also create synthwave music, and this is a great one for that. And so it gives you basically 6 different types of coloration or saturation modules in one plugin. So you can add noise, you can add tape, wobble, and flutter. You can add distortion, got digital distortion, analog and digital distortion. You can add space and reverb, and you can also add this magnetic, I guess this would be tape, this would be vinyl maybe. So all these different types of effects modules to help add saturation. So this is a pretty cool plugin, and it's also 50% off right now. And I think the last one, I have one more, is actually a physical product here on Amazon. And they are the Sennheiser HD600 headphones, actually the headphones I'm wearing right now. And these are my recommendation if you're wanting to mix and master on headphones. Maybe you don't have the best room, or you don't have the best monitors, or don't have monitors at all. Then these are the headphones you want to get for mixing and mastering, because they are, excuse me, they are open backed, which is what you want for mixing and mastering headphones, because you're going to get some bleed, you're going to get some crossover, so it's more realistic. You're going to hear some of the left side on the right and vice versa, which is more realistic than if you're using headphones that are closed backed where you're really isolated. So it helps you make more accurate mixing decisions. And these are also very linear frequency response, which is also what you want when you're mixing and mastering. So your ears aren't being tricked by your headphones or your room. So you can, again, make more accurate decisions. And so these are normally $400. You can get them for $100 off right now on Amazon here. You can just go to orpheusaudioacademy.com/HD600 if you want to go through my affiliate link. By the way, if you want to buy anything on Amazon this holiday season and you want to help support the channel, you can just do that by going through my general homepage Amazon link, which is just orpheusaudioacademy.com/Amazon. And so, yeah, so if you're thinking of upgrading your headphones, this is a great pair and they're on sale right now. And I think that those were all the deals I had. So if you have any questions about those, just let me know. Take a sip of water. Looks like we got a couple of questions here. So Audio-Technica ATH M50X are $129. So yeah, those are a good pair of headphones too. I think they might be closed back though, so maybe not the best for mixing and mastering, but they're also definitely a great pair of headphones as well, unless I'm mistaken there on the build. And some Space Echo was $10. It's now $39. Why did that change? I'm not sure. I didn't know that it was that cheap at one time. And let's see. Those are pricey. There are some for $149. I'm not sure what plugins you're referring to there. I think you're referring to those headphones, the Audio-Technicas. Yes, those work for plugins like NX. And so yeah, NX is another great plugin if you're working on headphones, because that can basically tries to simulate a studio environment on your headphones. But there are specific headphones you need that are compatible. The Sennheiser HD600s are compatible with that, but so are those Audio-Technicas. So yeah, so if you're wanting to use NX and kind of create that studio environment in your headphones, and those are a good pair to pick up. And if they're only $129 right now on Amazon, then that's definitely a good deal. All right, so the next second thing I wanted to cover then, I meant to share this earlier. What we're going to be covering on this live stream. So yeah, we just covered the awesome deals that are available right now. If you have other awesome deals you want to share in the comments, feel free to do that. But now I want to cover what plugins you should get first if you're going to be getting plugins, and if you even should, or should you be buying more plugins right now? And then of course we're gonna have the Q&A section at the end. So it can be really easy to fall into what is known as GAS. It's not a very pleasant term, or gear acquisition syndrome, where you just feel like you're missing something in your music, and so the easy answer is to just buy more gear, buy more plugins, and think that that's going to solve the problem. Or maybe you don't have gobs of money to throw around at plugins, and you just feel this angst, like, oh man, if I could only get that plugin, then my music would be better, or my music can't be good, can't be professional because I don't have XYZ plugins or gear. But most of the time that's not the case, because so much of the cheap gear today is just really high quality, and the free plugins that are built into your DAWs are awesome as well most of the time. For example, I use Logic Pro most of the time now, and they have a lot of awesome plugins built in. For example, their compressor plugin is actually like 5 or 6, I think it's 5 compressors in one. And so it already kind of emulates some of those vintage plugins that you can buy with third parties. Now, I wanted to do this. I've kind of casually tested them against each other. I have, like, for example, I have the Waves 1176, the IK Multimedia 1176, and then Logic has a version of that built in. I want to go and compare all these against each other. I did this once a long time ago, but I can't remember what I determined. So maybe a future video where I compare all these to each other. But there are still a lot of great, just free plugins built into your DAW. And most of the time, if you're a beginner and you're wanting to take your music to the next level, it's often not buying new plugins. It's getting better with the gear you have. So I would say wait to buy any new plugins until you've mastered what you already have. So do you really understand how to use the EQs and the compressors and the effects you already have inside of your DAW? And if you have, then yeah, go ahead and look into investing, because I think I started buying plugins maybe too early and I didn't really know how to use them the right way or even what some of them did. So I don't want that to be you. But there definitely are some advantages to buying some plugins. And so there are really three reasons I would say for why you want to look at investing in some third-party plugins. And number one is just, can it do something different that you can't do in your DAW? For example, the UJam plugins are a good example. Those finisher tools, they allow you to add some really cool effects really quickly that you can't really do in your DAW. So that those finisher tools are a great one for that reason. And then also just some of their drum tools. Now, Logic has been adding a lot of new drum kits, which is pretty cool. But I really like the UJam Beatmaker tools, for example, Vice, because it also comes with a bunch of really cool loops that fit with the genre of beat that you're trying to create. So again, it saves you time. It basically gives you a studio drummer. You know, if you were going to go to a studio and hire a studio drummer to add drums to your tracks, that's kind of what that does for you. So depending on what genre of music you're making, UJam has all kinds of different drum kits for every genre of music. So that is really cool. So those are some of the plugins I might look at getting first. Also, I really like Harmonic Enhancers, because these just make your music sound better very quickly, because it's adding in harmonics that aren't there initially. So Waves has some of these. For example, the Infected Mushroom Pusher I mentioned, the Greg Wells Mix-Centric, and Vitamin. I can't think of any. Or their Parallel Particles are really good. Shep's Parallel Particles. So what's something, if you're looking at these plugins, is it something you can already do in your DAW, or is it going to help you do something different? And that's something good to get. Another thing is, does it help you do something better? So is it just a better quality plugin? This you can find out. Usually they have a free trial, so definitely try out plugins if you can first, get the free trial, and then compare it against what you have. And the third reason you'd want to invest in some plugins is, does it help you do things faster? Because definitely saving time has value. So if there are plugins out there that's going to help you do things faster, then I definitely would grab those as well. So, and of course, sounds, you can almost never have too many sounds. So again, depending on the genre of music you're making, maybe your DAW doesn't really have what you need. So that's where you'd want to look into getting something like Centronic or some other third-party synthesizer or instruments. Native Instruments also has a lot of great plugins. Forgot to mention them in this video, but I think so many people know about Native Instruments that that's okay. So they probably have a lot of great deals going on right now. I'm actually not going to be buying anything this Black Friday. Number one, because all of my plugin budget has gone to the new baby and the birth and all that, which is okay, because having children is definitely better than new plugins. But also just because I need to just work with what I have at this point in time, and what I really need to invest in right now is actually my studio. I don't have any acoustic treatment in my studio right now, so that's the first thing I need to get. And so that's what I'm kind of saving up for right now, is improving my studio environment. So maybe that's something you need to think about as well. Maybe more plugins isn't what you need. Maybe it's improving your studio environment, because again, your mix is really only as good as your room or your headphones that you have. So hopefully that's helpful to think about on whether or not you should get more gear. Don't feel like you can't create great music just because you don't have a fancy plugin or piece of gear, because that's totally not true at all. And I think that is all I had. So I guess I'll open up to questions now. If anyone has any questions about anything I covered here, or whether or not to get a certain plugin, or just anything related to music production at all, feel free to drop those in the comments. I'm also curious. Let me know where you're watching from, where you're tuning in from, what part of the world. I'm also going to see if the Waves website is working yet, because like I said, they have a free plugin available today, which is pretty cool. Look pretty cool. It's a lo-fi reverb and delay plugin, it looks like. But it doesn't look like their site is loading for me yet. Now, also let me know if you like this live stream format. So even if you're watching the replay, feel free to comment. Let me know if you like me doing live streams, if I should do more live streams, what topics you'd like me to cover. And if you have any questions, go ahead and ask those as well, and I'll reply to those after the live stream is over. So we got little rhubarb from a chilly UK. Yeah. I'm here in Southwest Florida. I think it's kind of chilly. It's been chilly here lately. It's been getting down into the 60s Fahrenheit. I'm not sure what that is in Celsius, but not actually chilly at all here. So I feel for everyone up north. I'm originally from Ohio, so I know what that cold is like, but I'm now here in the southern United States, so sometimes I forget what it's like. So you have my sympathy. All right, I got the Waves website to load. Let's see if I can get that free plugin. Yeah, any questions at all? Any questions about mixing, recording, production, mastering, anything at all, feel free to drop those in the comments. So yeah, for free new plugin is available right now this Black Friday only. They say there's a limited quantity available. Not sure if I believe that, but maybe I've already missed out. Maybe that's why I can't get it. Still very sluggish. It's loading, but it's very sluggish. So we'll see if it's working here. So it looks like a cool plugin. Lo-fi space looks like what it's called. All right, I'm putting in my email now. See if this works. Last time I tried this, it just buffered forever and didn't actually load. All right, well, if we don't have any other questions, I guess I will wrap this up. Again, if you're watching the replay, feel free to drop any questions you have in the comments below, and I'll answer those when I can. All right, little rhubarb says Waves doesn't load for me yet. That's a shame. I guess they didn't have their website prepped for Black Friday. I know this can happen though with websites when they get too much traffic. Yeah, it's still not going through for me. It's just buffering for that free plugin. And you were very welcome. I hope this was helpful. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Hopefully got some cool deals to consider, and some good helpful tips as well. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing more live streams in the future, so we'll see how this one goes. Otherwise, I think that's where I'm going to wrap this up for now, since we don't have any other questions here. So have a great holiday season, have a great weekend, and I'll see you around on the channel. Bye.